Yes, yes, yes. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. And today we're looking at Kubrat Pulev suspension, which is being lifted by the California State Athletic Commission. And of course, well, this article is from the boxing scene. And without much further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so this is Jenny Suchet with one of her ventures. I don't know if it's still going, but where she placed sushi fish on the bodies of naked women, freshly bathed. One would hope, one would assume. Yeah, that was one of her ventures. But anyway, let's get into let's get rid of that one because that's too small and that's too small. But everywhere else we're good. Okay, so Kubrat Pulev is free and clear to resume his boxing career. The article goes on to say the heavyweight contender from Bulgaria saw his suspension lifted by the California State Athletic Commission after a review of his pending case during the agency's monthly agenda hearing on Monday in Los Angeles, California. Okay, so let's get into the article. The commission members voted unanimously, that's 6-0, in favor of ending the administrative suspension previously in place for what was deemed improper conduct following his last fight in March, just gone. Okay, an initial ruling of a 6-month suspension from time served was tabled during the commission hearing. The suspension prevented Pulev from fighting anywhere in North America until reinstatement of his boxing license, which is no longer an issue. Pulev was required to attend and complete sexual harassment training prior to applying for the reinstatement of his boxing license. The commission was satisfied that Pulev, had satisfied his obligations in regards to this matter. Pulev made headlines both in and out of the ring following his 7th round knockout of Bogdan Dinu, when he kissed online reporter Jenny Ravallo, also known as Jenny Suchet, on the lips. A matter which the reporter insisted came without her consent. My actions were wrong, said Pulev. I do realize that I made a mistake. Not just because it was bad to do this on camera, but it set a bad example for how an athlete should conduct himself in public, said Pulev, the contrite Pulev. The incident prompted the CSCA to issue an administrative suspension for violation of California Code of Regulations, Title 4, Section 390, issued in March 26, 2019. Okay, the article says further muddying the waters was a video released by a member of Pulev's team on March 30th showing Ravallo partying with a member or members of Pulev's team early in the morning. The early hours of March 24th, that was directly after Pulev's victory over Bogdan Dinu. think we have the video here. Yes, indeed we do. Let's go full screen. Let's go full screen on this one. Okay. So the tactic helped distract the initial issue in question, said the commission. Pulev was repeatedly dressed down by the CSCA panel in May for the release of the video. Such actions were viewed as a pattern of lack of professionalism by the CSA. This Monday's ruling allows him, Pulev that is, to return to the ring at his leisure. He presently serves as a mandatory challenger for the International Boxing Federation, more commonly known as the IBF. A title currently held by Andy Ruiz after his shocking knockout or technical knockout upset of Anthony Joshua. The two are on course for a rematch later this year. I think that concludes the article. Oh, other than to say Pulev's previous attempt at the heavyweight title came with a career loss in the 5th round, or rather via 5th round knockout to the then world champion Vladimir Klitschko. Okay, so that concludes the article. Pulev is now free to resume his boxing career. So his license is no longer suspended. This doesn't, however, mean that the incident has come to a conclusion. No, he was still in litigation by Jenny Sushi, seen here. And so he still will have to, there's still litigation pending against him by Jenny Sushi. So he's not out of the woods yet, but he's made a step in the right direction. He can resume his career, and apparently he has not lost his mandatory position in the IBF organization. So at least the man can start earning a living again. So that's positive news for Bulgaria's Kubrat Pulev. Something for him to be cheerful about. Okay. Have your say. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. And of course, if you like the content, feel free to hit that bell icon. It's Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio. And I'm out.